What's up, guys? Travis from Tackle Bros, aka Tackle Prez, and welcome to the drop. So this is our weekly breakdown of all the new stuff that comes into this shop. We talk about, new products, maybe some restocks, maybe some highlight some techniques. So that's what we're gonna do here today. My boy Ashy is behind the camera. You can check him out at QTR_46, and our main Instagram account is at PTBO Pro Tackle. Let's get started this week by saying welcome to our channel that has officially hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for that. We're gonna keep going all the way up to 10,000, and then from there we're just gonna go, 10 million. Let's try that. Sounds like a good time. Okay, so this week up here is gonna be walleye openers. So Saturday for the zone that we're in, which is zone 17, we're gonna do a little promo. I'm gonna pick a specific product, and then I'm gonna let my boy Ashy pick a specific product, and we're gonna give you 25% off on it, all right? So I'm gonna pick the Nikko Hellgrammite because I know they eat it really good, catch them all the time on them, especially during walleye. So this time of year, we have about a 1 month gap where we can't actually fish bass. It's closed where we live, unless we go over to the US side and go down and fish like one of the Finger Lakes. So up here, we switch to walleye for a month, and then the first week in June, we go to Musky. This is our little walleye gap where we really target them a lot. So for me, I'm gonna go with the Nikko Hellgrammite. Ashley, what are you going with?
Ray Liberos.
You're going with the Ray Liberos. Okay, so if you want, I'm gonna go till Sunday. Let's say Sunday, from today till Sunday, we're gonna do 25% off of all Ray Liberos and 25% off of all Nikko Hellgrammite. So if any of that stuff is something you've been looking at getting, check them out. Pretty good deal on them. Both of those are gonna stay on sale until Sunday, which I don't know what the Sunday date is, but you guys will figure it out. And yeah, they both catch walleye amazingly. We use them both, and maybe we'll shoot a video this weekend catching them on both of those products. So there's that. All right, let's get to the actual video this week. It's a really, really cool one, and one that's been highly anticipated. We've been out of a lot of this stuff for some time, and we have some really cool Megabass products that are new this week. So let's start with probably this is the hottest non-JDM brand in the store. It's not even close. It's probably one of the hottest brands in North America right now, and that is going to be Great Lakes Finesse. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this because I think a lot of you guys are not familiar with the brand and you need to get familiar. This is a brand that's continuously climbing the ladder. Guys are cashing checks on it all the time. I see a bunch of the elite guys are using it now. Guys are doing really well in the opens on these, and we actually caught a ton of fish this weekend on them, which we'll start releasing little clips and stuff like that of individual fish catches over the next couple weeks. So I'm gonna highlight some of their most popular products and talk to you about how I would use them, and then we'll get into the other stuff. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one because we just did a little descriptive video on this a couple weeks ago. That is going to be the Hellgrammite. So I'll take one out and just show you it. This one is different from the Nikko Hellgrammite. This is going to be a neutral buoyant. It's also a lot smaller. This guy is 2.4 inches. The Nikko, I believe, is 3 inch. This one's gonna sit like this in the water, whereas the Nikko is kind of gonna sit like this guy. Again, this is preferred for me maybe on a ball head. I love this one on a drop shot. The Nikko is a Ned rig one for me. So there's the Hellgrammite. It's available in a ton of different colors, and I think we see all of them return back in.
Yes.
We see every color of the Hellgrammite return back in. So definitely check these out. They've been a really hot ticket item, and I'm happy to have them back. Let's run through the colors. So we're gonna have smoke clear purple. Hopefully you can see that. Green pumpkin purple. Green pumpkin red. We're gonna have your matte black, your green pumpkin, brown pumpkin special. So one thing to remember with Great Lakes Finesse, everything is matted out. It's not shiny, ultra natural looking, and that is the Hellgrammite. Moving on, let's talk about probably their original staple bait, and this is gonna be the drop minnow from Great Lakes Finesse. This guy right here is an amazing one on obviously a drop shot. It's also good for hover strolling, and the other way that we use it a lot is actually as a trailer on their underspin. So this was originally their most popular bait. I would say it's probably number 2 still, and it's only number 2 to one of the baits we're gonna get to, which we finally have stock on, and I can talk to you a little bit about it. These are available in a ton of great colors. So we're gonna have matte black, arguably one of the most popular colors in this guy. You're gonna have iridescent, so just a nice clear profile. This is a really popular one. I don't necessarily get it, but this one sells out every single time we get it, and that's gonna be spicy melon. So, I don't know if you can see that, there we go. Smoke clear purple flake. That's an awesome one. You're gonna have green pumpkin purple, your green pumpkin. This one's gonna have meltdown, so nice chartreuse one. Frosted shad. And then we have pro grape. And then the ultra popular crushed shad. So you're gonna have those guys. So that's just a great one. It's very versatile. Again, drop shot, nose hook drop shot is probably the most popular way it's used. And then it's gonna be used awesome on the underspin. So I'll just cut right to the underspins because that's what this is a great trailer for. We did a video for this a couple weeks back, so if you want to know any more information on this, you can. Basically, it's a nice little finesse underspin, very light wire hook. It has a big blade, lots of drawing power, and it also has this wire that's going to push the blade away from the body. It's going to give it a nice bulkier profile. It's going to look like a couple minnows running together. I can rig one of these up for you actually, just to show you what it looks like really quick with the drop minnow on it. It's a nice pair. So go right through the head there. Down through the back. Push it up and over. Bam. So it looks amazing. They eat it really good. Great pairing. So these are going to be available in all 3 sizes, and they're going to be available in all 3 colors. And they're going to be available in both gold and silver blades. So that first one I just showed you was white. This one is OG. And then we have the matte black. And then they're also going to be available in the silver blade and the gold blade. Both these guys, so silver and gold blade. If you're a big gold blade guy, you can throw a gold blade. And sometimes they just like gold blade better than the silver blade. Also, I should touch on the 3 sizes. It's going to be 3/16, 5/16, and then a 3/8. So the 3/8 is the new size, but they're available in all 3 of those again. So check those out. Continue with Great Lakes Finesse. We're gonna see a big restock and 1.5 new colors, I'll say, because the first one sold out really quickly in the ever popular snack craw. So this is going to be green pumpkin, orange belly, and then we're also gonna see black blue flake. So the snack craw is just an amazing little downsized craw imitator. It's also neutral buoyant, so these claws are gonna sit up a little bit in the water column. It's gonna pair amazingly with their stealth ball head. I would probably stick to a number 1 or a 1/0 size, and it's also amazing on the smaller sizes of the football jigs. You guys are gonna find out a little bit more about these on Monday. Right now they're available in 7 colors, so I'll run through those really quickly. You just seen those 2, so we'll go with a smoke clear purple flake, green pumpkin red flake, straight matte black, green pumpkin purple flake, and then that iridescent, so just a nice clear color. And then those other 2 I just said, so that's green pumpkin brown, and then the black blue flake. So these are all back in stock. These are gonna be included in the video coming out on Monday, so definitely check that one out. Okay, so finally, probably what you guys have all been waiting for, we're gonna see a restock in only 4 colors of the ever popular Juvie craw from Great Lakes Finesse. So this is essentially a craw tube style bait. I'll rig one up for you just so you can see it. So this pairs perfectly with their mini tube head, which we also see a restock of in 1/2 ounce and 3/16. Basically, again, standard tube insertion point. You're gonna take the tube, you're gonna slide it up in there, you're gonna pop it out the back there. The really cool thing about this one is the tube fits perfectly in between the 2 tentacles there. That's how you know that this is gonna be center. And then you can also, pull this back a little bit, and you can get the hook to just, that's probably a bad example, but you can actually rig this up weedless. So these are mostly going to be in floating, so the claws are going to sit up again, similar to that last one I was talking to you about. Only 4 colors right now. I'll run through those really quickly. We have a ton of videos coming out on these. We spent a ton of time on them this weekend. Multiple guys had personal best fish on this bait. Let's get to the 4 colors. The matte black. So this is going to be motor oil. Very popular. This is going to be one of the non-floating ones. You're going to see my personal favorite in green pumpkin purple copper. And then finally, green pumpkin purple flake. So this actually is a bit of a gold flake, so I might be changing my favorite to this one. I just noticed that. So all those are back in stock from Great Lakes Finesse. Wildly popular. They sell it every time we get it. I feel like we did a pretty good job at restocking here, and the rest of the colors will be coming in shortly, so definitely check those guys out. Okay, so moving over to Megabass, we're gonna see this month's drop of the new Respect series in Sakura Coach. So the one I'm showing here is in the Vision 95Q Go. It's gonna be available in a bunch of different baits, which we'll run through, but I just wanna let you guys see the color here. So it's gonna be that beautiful pink back, kind of down into a goldish, cream colored side there with the pink stripes on it, and then into a nice orange belly. So this is gonna be a good one if you're in stained water. It's gonna have a lot of drawing power. Really cool one. I got a feeling most of these are gonna stay in the box, but if you like to fish weird colors, this is definitely gonna be a cool one. Okay, so it's gonna be available in the Mega Dog X. So that one looks dope in that. In the newish Megabass Switch. I love this bait, really fun to throw. In the Giant Dog X. In the Dog X Speed Slide, Pop X. Where are we going? Pop X. This looks amazing in the Pop Max with that pink feather treble. In the Vision 95, which we just went over, 110 Junior. Prop Darter. This is a new one for us, something we've never had in the store before, so it's really cool to see, and that's going to be in the Deep X 150. So a little tweener size in the Deep X series. This is a cool one. And then finally in the, this is the one you guys are probably waiting for, Vision 110. So looks badass in this thing. So it is, no, this is a solid color. It's actually really beautiful in all the lights. So if you have it more in the light, if I kind of tilt it this way, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see there's like a little pearl shift there. So it goes from being like fully, like a very light cream to a very goldish color. It's just a really beautiful paint job. It's gonna be an extremely popular one, so snatch these up while you can. They're gonna be limited quantity, and I think we have to limit the 110s and the Pop Maxes to 2. So that is what it is. I wish we could get 1 million of them so we could give it to everybody, but yeah. Pop Maxes and Vision 110s are gonna be limited to 2. Everything else, go nuts. So this is new in from Megabass for this week's for this month's Respect Series drop. Okay, so keeping with Megabass, we're gonna see 2 new sizes in the Shadding X Type R in the suspend model. So this is gonna be the 75 millimeter, and then we're also going to see the 55 millimeter. So the 75 millimeter is gonna be a 1/4 ounce, the 55 is gonna be an 1/8 ounce, and then millimeters respective to their size. They're gonna be available in a ton of cool colors. This one right here is FA Wakasagi, and then the other one that I want to show you guys, which I don't think I've ever seen before, is going to be FA Firecraw. So this is just a really cool fine art Firecraw color. So with the Shadding X, they're going to be amazing at a fast burn crank. So you're basically going to send it on out there and crank it in. It's going to have an ultra tight wobble, and it's going to have an ultra high pitch sound. So it's going to be have a lot of drawing power. You can also work these similar to a jerk bait, but I think the preferred way is really to, cast it out, crank them back in. If they're really keyed in on that high pitch sound, this is going to be an awesome one for you. So check these out from Megabass in the 75 size and the 55 size in the Shadding X Type R. Okay, so touching on a couple of restocks from Megabass, we're finally going to see all of the 6-inch Magdrafts back in stock. So your albino pearl shads, your IUs, and also the 8-inch Magdrafts are all back in stock. So definitely check those guys out. Back in from winning the Bassmaster Classic, we're gonna see all of the matte shad in all the jerk baits. So all the Vision 110s, +1, +2, and then the Junior and the Junior +1s. Those are all gonna be back in stock. Some of the crankbaits are back in stock as well, so definitely check those out from Megabass. Okay, so just a quick restock note. All of our daiwa has been actually in really bad shape. We finally see a huge restock on all of our daiwa, so all the exists are back in stock. All of the new Steezes are all back in stock. Tutulas, everything, right down to Procyons, all back in stock, Tatula CTs. And then we're gonna see one new thing, and this is from a Musky, guys. This is going to be the ProRex line counter. If you do a lot of trolling, this is gonna be a cool one to look at. This is a big boy. This is gonna be in a 40 size. Look at the size of this sucker. So if you do a lot of trolling and you wanna see how far your line's out behind the boat, this is gonna be a great one. This is gonna be built on kind of like a Saltiga footprint, I would say. It's just a really beefy line counting, musky, trolling reel. If you've been looking for these, they've been out for a while. We haven't actually got them in the stores. It's our first time having them. Perfect time. Musky opens here in about 2 weeks. So definitely check this one out from Daiwa if you're into trolling for the big girls. Okay, so moving over to Nories, we're gonna see 2 new topwater baits, including this really dope one called the Hosho Kuon. So this is gonna be a 76 millimeter long, 3/8 ounce, so 11 grams. And this is gonna be a walk the dog style frog. So it's gonna have, your traditional frog hooks. It's gonna have a single silicone skirt in the back. This one's gonna be really good for getting back into the junk. If you're on let's say you're throwing like a tackle kick knocker or something like that, and you're in and around grass and you just wanna get one right into the back and kind of walk it around normally, this is gonna be a good one for that. It's available in a bunch of colors, so we'll run through those really quick. This one that I just showed you here, this is gonna be gold shad, and then we're gonna have ghost ayu, silver pearl shad, grass shad, chartreuse black shad, and then finally black oikawa. So yeah, like I said, if they're chewing something like a kick knocker or like a shower blow, maybe something like that with a topwater dog walking action, this is just gonna be a really good weedless version of that. So definitely check that one out from Nories. Okay, so another new topwater from Nories is gonna be the Ebi Geru. It's a really strange name. It's a strange looking bait. That's literally what the title says, and it is strange looking. So this is going to be an Ebi shaped topwater bait. So it's gonna have a single silicone skirt. It's going to be a popper though, so this is going to be a good one when they're eating like a standard ABS plastic popper, but it's going to be weedless, so it's going to have the same thing, double frog hook on it. It's going to have a really nice soft body. It's going to be very collapsible. Again, available in 4 colors. This one's going to be white natural shrimp, and then we're going to have natural brown, pumpkin star shrimp, and then patty green. It's a cool one from Nories. Definitely check these ones out. Finally, we're gonna see 3 new colors in the ladyfish from Nories. So this is just a really popular, people will drop shot it. It's also really popular for Nico rigging or just straight wacky rigging weightless. So we're gonna see the color in Sweet Shiner. We're also gonna see Stain Ayu. And then this one's really cool. This is called Professional Blue. So these are probably the most popular baits in the shop from Nories, and it's really cool to see new colors. So we also got a restock on the super popular Nories wind range, so check these out online. I think we just got a restock in the tandem willow, so these are available back online from Nories. A bunch of really cool colors. This is an amazing, just little smaller profile spinner bait, so if they're keyed in on smaller baits, that's gonna be a good one. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Definitely, if you've been looking for anything daiwa, check it out. Everything should be back in stock now. These Nories frogs, they're pretty cool. Definitely check those out. And if you've been waiting for Great Lakes Finesse, everything's back in stock. So thanks for hanging out with us, and I will see you guys next week.